Hello, my name is Jessica, and I started praying about a little bit over a week ago. And I've been doing it daily. And as a person who grew up not religious, really, I grew up going to temple, I grew up Jewish, but I never really resonated with the idea of religion. The idea of praying to something that I don't know what I'm praying to. And for the last 33 years, I haven't had that close relationship to a God. I believe I'm spiritual. I believe in the universe. I believe that we are all connected in some grand, beautiful way. I believe that there's a purpose behind why we are all here, for us to evolve as humans and to go through cycles and to learn from situations, and everything can be something can be extracted from every situation, to learn from it, to grow from it, to evolve from it, to take that knowledge and to give it to other people that resonate with us. We're all helping each other back home, per se. And I've always had that beautiful feeling of that feeling of connection to the universe, but the feeling of praying to a God never really made sense in my brain. And I hate to say that I thought it was almost cliche or cringy, or I just thought it was weird to put all of your trust in and just give everything to something. Like, what are we giving it to? What am I handing my troubles over to? I was kind of just in the belief that, like, when we go through things, it's either karmic or, there's a reason behind everything, which I do believe. But there was a sense of like I had to take on the burdens and the worries and the fears and all of the shit of the world. I just had to take it on. It was just my duty to take it on and to deal with it. And I always almost envied people who were so naive to just be able to be like, no, everything is going to be fine. I'm handing this over to God. I'm handing this over to Jesus. I'm handing this over to whomever you believe. And that, I was always just like, that's so naive and so like precious. Good for these people that are just like blinders on. Nothing's wrong in the world. Until recently, I had a situation happen that really brought me to my knees, to the point where I felt like I had no other choice but to start praying. And it was a humbling feeling, but it was also such a beautiful feeling at the same time. It wasn't a humbling feeling in a negative way. It was a humbling feeling in like, wow, like I could take a deep breath because like I don't have to hold on to all of this. Like, what a cool experience to be able to be like, wait a second, all this stuff that I'm carrying and this fear and this like, this dread that's overtaking my body every day, I actually don't have to hold on to it and carry it every single day and bring it into every situation in my life. I can give this to someone because there is someone that's listening. And something just made me... One day I was crying. I was actually walking the dogs after this whole situation happened. It was probably like a week or two after. I can't remember. It's been like almost 3 weeks now, or it has been 3 weeks. And I was walking the dogs and I realized that I was getting so angry at every tiny little thing that happened. I walk 3 dogs, so it's a lot, and I'm 8 months pregnant. So, I realized that I had a very short fuse. And usually I'm pretty good at maintaining a level head. I'm pretty good at just letting things flow and not allowing things to really like get to me. And I realized that things were getting to me because I had this fear that was just immense, and it was sitting in me, and it was just any tiny little inconvenience would spark up this rage. And I don't like being like that. I feel very out of alignment when I am rageful or bitter or just like, I don't like that feeling. But it felt better to be angry than to be scared. So I think that's why I took it on, because I was just like ready to be angry. Because I was ready to be done being scared. But the scare doesn't go away. The fear did not go away. The fear would just come up in different ways, and then it would overtake my body. And like, it just happened, before I started recording, I got a phone call, and this feeling of just like it engulfs you, this like fear, this fearful, like your heart starts beating. It's a lot. So this was happening to me every day. And after that walk, I came home and I was like, I can't hold this anymore. Like, I need somebody to take this away from me. And I don't want to burden people in my life by talking about it. Because we're all humans, we're all dealing with shit. I don't like burdening people by talking about my shit. I'll talk to a camera, but I don't like talking to other people, because I feel like, in a sense, everybody's dealing with their own stuff. So they're seeing it through the lens of their own shit that's going on. And if they are in an anxious state at that time when I'm talking about it, they are going to project that anxiousness onto me. And I didn't want that. So I put on it was a meditation for fear. It popped up. I just opened up YouTube and randomly, because that's what I would do to numb out, is to watch other people's YouTubes and shit like that. And I put it on, and the first thing that pops up was this meditation about fear. And it was this Deepak Chopra meditation. And I did that, and I started crying a lot. It was a release for sure. And I was happy to release it. I was happy to cry it out, because I felt like that anger was just so much energy and fear that was just like pulsing through me, that finally it needed some type of release. I used to do boxing classes, and I feel like that helped me a lot, but I'm not doing the boxing classes now because I'm pregnant. So it felt good to just finally release something. And then I got to a point where I was like, I think it's time to start praying. Something told me, something brought me literally down to my knees, and it was like, just pray. And that feeling of getting onto your knees and praying, I always looked at being on your knees as this sense of like surrender to, even I have surrender tattooed on me, but it was a weak type of surrender. It was a weakness to get on your knees and to just give everything to something. That idea didn't sit right in my head. But when I got to a point where I was so, I hate to say the word desperate, but I was desperate to not feel this sense of heaviness anymore, I was ready to give it. I was ready to be on my knees and just be like, please just take this. And so just like in the movie Eat, Pray, Love, when she is going through a hard time and she gets down on her knees and she's like, God, I know I haven't spoken to you in a long time and I'm sorry about that. And then she starts praying. And then that's when her life changed. That is what I experienced. I experienced that feeling of, who am I talking to? I'm so sorry. It's like I know that I'm talking to God. But there's still a part of me that's like, do you want to talk to God? Like that type of like, you talk to the universe. But I had a friend tell me when I posted about this, she sent this quote, something about the difference between praying to God and the universe, because I would always pray to the universe. That's what I would do. I would talk to the universe. I wouldn't really pray, but I would like talk to the universe and ask it to do things for me, please, like, or to take away stuff or whatever. But the difference between praying to God and the universe is you're praying to the creator versus the creation. And that hit me hard. And that feeling, that quote right there made so much sense. So I was like, okay, I'm just praying to the creator of all of this. The weird connotation that I have with God, like, I don't need that. It's the creator. He's the creator. She's the creator. It's the creator. They are the creator, whomever it is, but there is something that is here to take this burden off of you a little bit. You are going through something because you are meant to learn something from it. And I can understand that every situation has a reasoning behind it, because you can learn something every single time from every situation, every hard situation and every positive situation. But the hard situations get you so like, like this past one was just like something that I haven't experienced before. And it was a very, very, very overwhelming feeling. And I believe that it happened because it was meant to push me towards getting connected and praying to God, the creator. Because once I started doing that, I started every day feeling more and more motivated to pray again. I'm waking up every day with a different type of purpose. Like this whole situation, I haven't been able to go back to work. I haven't been able to do my day-to-day. So I've had a couple weeks of not being in my routine, but it all happened for a reason, because now I'm doing this every day. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for years. And the moment that I started praying, I don't even know why it came up, but I started praying for confidence, courage, and the clear mind, and to be in alignment with my soul's purpose, the reason why I am here. I was praying for that. I was also praying gratitude for everything that I do have. Like I've learned to give gratitude every single day, because we have to see the beauty in what we have. Even if it is not the life that you want, there is still so much that you have that somebody would be dying to have. So me being able to give gratitude and then to start praying for just the courage to deal with everything, whatever is coming towards me, to face it with courage and confidence and this clear mind. I feel like as I've been praying for that, it's been happening. This fear, this wave will come through me where I feel like the fear is like coming through again, and I feel it and I allow myself to feel it, because I know that there is a lesson behind the fear. But then it reminds me, just pray. Just get back to prayer. You don't have to be on your knees to pray. You could do it while you're driving. You could do it anytime. And it has become a conversation. It's not just like this ritual of me every morning getting down on my knees and praying to God. It's that, but then it's created this feeling of like this, I've opened up a channel to the creator where I can have a conversation with the creator all day. I've always believed that we have a channel to our higher self, our wiser self. And I love that, because it's like whenever I have a question, I could always connect to that higher self, and the answer always does come. But there's also this sense of like I'm proud to be connected to the creator. Like there's a sense of pride, and like it feels so right. Something just feels right. And for so long, the last years, I have been feeling there's a missing part of something. Like there's something missing from my daily life that I'm like, what is it that I don't feel the sense of connection to something? And I connect to the universe. I connect to my guides and my ancestors and all of this in nature. But the idea of connecting, there's a safety in trusting that when you're speaking to the creator is listening. and hearing you and taking it and giving you exactly what you need. And if you need some fear to be released, if you need something to be taken off of your shoulders, the Creator will take it. You still have some fear because you're a human. You still have some of the negative because you're a human. You have to deal with that. You have to experience it. You can't just say, take all of my worries and leave me here to be happy and gluttonous and just like living life and enjoying everything. No. The Creator will give you what you need, but if there is excess that you can't hold on to or it's affecting your day to day, the idea of just asking him or her, I'm just going to say him, I'm getting used to this, but the idea of just asking him to take it and move it away from you, hold on to it, release it so you can continue throughout the day and you don't have to be so burdened and weighed down by it. It's real. And I, as a person who has grown up not religious, not connected to a God, I mean, my dad prayed every day before dinner. We would always have a prayer to God, just praying about like before we eat. And if we would take a bite before he started prayer, he'd get upset. And I never really resonated with it. I thought it was cool. As I got older, I thought it was cool that he wanted to pray before we're eating because it was almost like, thank you for this food. I'm grateful for this food. And I still did that. But then he got deeper into the prayer and he would ask about things and he would, he would talk to God in a way that I didn't understand too much. But now I totally get it and I respect that my dad did that. And he still does. So yeah, if you are a person who, let me know. If you're a person that is not religious, has a weird, kind of like a weird relationship with God. Maybe you grew up, I can say this because a lot of people in my life have gone through this. They grew up in a very religious household, or they went to church or they went to a Catholic schools, period, Christian schools, whatever it is. But then they had negative things happen to them because there are humans that work in these places and humans are flawed, and as we are supposed to be, but some of them were more flawed in ways that would harm and affect the relationship with God that these people had. I mean, we all know what I'm talking about, but there's a lot of that, a lot of shame and guilt that comes from having such heavy religious upbringings that creates this sense of like, I don't want to be connected to a God, because if that's what God is, I'm not doing that. That's not God. What is that? That person that's touching somebody inappropriately? What? But they are humans. They are not, we're all human. We all have flaws, and unfortunately, those people have some severe flaws that unfortunately affect other people in their relationship with religion. And I understand that. And if you have gone through that, understandable. But just removing the idea of religion from it, maybe, and just experiencing a relationship with the Creator of all of this. It doesn't have to have a serious name. It doesn't have to be this like I'm bowing down to you. You are all like the all being, you're the Creator, like I give everything to you type of thing. We're still, the whole idea is like we are a part of the Creator. Like the Creator created us, so we are part of that creation, but we have our humanly flaws. And in order to go throughout life and experience all of these, the humanly flaws that cause us to go through these cycles that help us evolve as humans, let's just connect and ask. And what is the reasoning behind this? And then pray about it. And that feeling feels right. And I don't know how to explain the feeling, but like coming from a person for 33 years of not being connected to prayer, something feels right about this. And I know it feels right because I have been lost in a way for the past couple years where I didn't know what is my purpose. I've done podcasts before. I've worked so many types of careers, like so many things I've done, and it's so much trial and error. And now something is different. Like I've been praying about having this clear mind to move towards my soul's purpose and to be in alignment. It's only been a little bit over a week of doing this daily, but something feels right. And it's making me not want to stop. Like I don't want to stop praying, and I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. And that's a really cool feeling. And it's a feeling that I have been asking for so long. I've been praying, I haven't been praying. I've been asking the universe, like, please give me a sign as to what I'm supposed to do. I just want to feel this sense of like waking up with a purpose and understand a deeper understanding of the world. I've been wanting that. And the moment that I started praying, it happened. And the next morning I woke up and bam, it was there. It was like this, there was a different being that was near me that was like, this is what you're doing. You pray again. And then it gave me what I asked for. That feeling of the fear subsiding, because I was going through a really heavy time of that fear. The fear subsided. And I felt aligned. I made a video. And then I started talking more. And then I was journaling more. And I was meditating more. And I was doing all of these things, all of this stuff that I've done in the past, I haven't been consistent with. There was a consistency with it. And then I wanted to pray again. And I wanted to continue praying. And it's not like I'm using the prayer as like fuel to do all this stuff, like, oh, if I don't pray, then I'm not going to do this. It just feels right to pray. Like I'm not manipulating the prayer. It's just a connection. It's just like you're connecting to the Creator, just like you connect to your partner every day. If I don't talk to my partner in the morning and say, good morning, how are you doing? I love you so much. Like, then we have no connection. We have no relationship. And I knew that with the universe. I knew that we were supposed to connect daily and connect to the universe and nature and all that. But connecting to the Creator, there's a different feeling about it. It's like it's closed the circle. I feel like there was something missing. It was like I connected to myself, my relationships outside of myself, my relationship with myself, nature, the universe. And then there was something that was just like, what is closing this? Where is the closure? And now it feels like I closed the gap. Like praying and connecting to the Creator closed the gap where now I feel this sense of wholeness. Because I do believe that like you connect to the Creator, but you have to connect to everything else as well. And that's important. It's not all about just praying. You have to have a relationship with yourself. You have to connect with yourself. You have to look yourself in the mirror and get to know yourself and have a relationship with yourself. You have to connect with the people around you, your community, your relationships. You have to have relationships with those people. If it's hard to have relationships with them, then maybe they're not the people that are supposed to be in your life. But the people that feel right and feel good and intuitively you know that they are like supposed to be in your life, those are the people that you're supposed to connect with. You're supposed to connect with nature. We are here, we are energetic beings, and we are a part of nature. We are a part of the creation, and a bird and an ant. And like, that's why I believe that, like, if there's a spider in my house, I'm going to save it and I'm going to bring it outside. I hate cockroaches. If there's a cockroach, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it outside. I'm not going to kill it because it's a part of me in some way. I hate mosquitoes though. I'm sorry. I hate mosquitoes because they're harming me. So I kill those and I apologize. Maybe one day I'll feel bad about killing a mosquito. But every time I do accidentally kill something, like a snail, I'm walking and I step on it, I feel horrible. I feel horrible and I say I'm sorry. But when I'm out walking the dogs and I see trash on the floor, I pick it up. My boyfriend would make fun of me about this. And when I have this baby, I'm going to teach him that at least one thing that you could pick up while you're walking the dog, pick it up. If there's a trash can nearby, take it and just throw it in the trash can, because you are doing something to connect with nature. You're helping nature heal by picking up that piece of trash. You don't have to pick up every piece of trash, but at least one. You're leaving nature in a better way than when you first started. Like you're leaving a space better when you leave. I don't know, does that make sense? And then connecting with nature and connecting with the universe daily. Connecting with the universe, we have to do that because it is the creation. It is everything. It is the air that we breathe. It is just like the energetic fields around us and just everything. If you look up like the laws of the universe, they make so much sense. And all of this I have always believed in. But I always was missing this one thing, and it was connecting to the creator of all of this. I thought the universe was the creator, basically, which it is. But and I don't really, who knows? But I do believe that the universe is the creator, but the creator is we're all one. We're all connected. But the different parts of the circle, I was missing that one little gap of I connected to everything else. I got a solid relationship with myself. So when things would happen that would be so fearful, yeah, that would suck. But I was able to hold on and be there for myself. But sometimes it gets to be too much. And my all the other parts of it, like nature, I could go out in nature and I could ground myself and it could make me feel a little bit better, and I could connect with the universe and I could be like, what is the reasoning behind this happening? Like, why is this happening to me? And just show me a sign, something like that. I could connect to the people around me, but I didn't want to burden them too much by talking about it so much because they are just humans as well. Connecting to the creator and praying to the creator closed that gap for me, and it just feels like I am held. There's a safety in it that just feels like I could take a deep breath and feel a sense of relief and trust that I haven't felt in a long time. And I'm able to believe in that trust and have faith in that trust because I'm seeing the results. I'm seeing when I ask for, I'm not asking for anything crazy. I'm not praying for $1 million tomorrow. No, if I'm not supposed to have $1 million tomorrow, I will not have $1 million. But I'm praying for God to give me what it is that I need in order to move forward. I'm asking for that confidence to remove a little bit of that fear, to face that fear head on instead of being so scared by it. Instead of turning away from it, I'm asking for the confidence and the courage to face it and to not let it overtake me and to not let it, because it would, to the point where I was frozen. I'm asking and I'm praying for the clear mind, the alignment to continue every day to work towards what I am supposed to be working, what I am meant to be working towards, my soul's purpose. And once I started praying for this and I saw the change the next day, not even, the fear released from me in that moment a little bit. The next day, it was like I felt like a different person. And for people that, like, I get it. For people that are not connected to God in that way, I get it. And I was there. And I just hope that this video can at least help you just like give it a try so you can build that sense of confidence and trust that you are taken care of. And you could call God whatever you want. I don't think that there is like this rule book as to what we are supposed to be doing. A lot of people would say that the Bible is the rule book. I don't know. Humans wrote the Bible. I don't know. And I haven't read the Bible yet. Maybe I'll read it one day and I'll really enjoy it. I've been told to read it a lot. I've been told by many people to read it. And I'm sure I probably will. But I have no attachments to any religion. And that's the whole point of this. You can just be a person that is not connected to Christianity, to Catholicism, Catholic, whatever. Just Judaism. You don't have to be connected to anything. You can just be. You can just be a human and connect to the creator of all of this. Because he is listening and he is there for you. And that, it feels so good. Something's coming up. I don't know, before I end this, there's something about like me saying that I've been so in my masculine my entire life. The moment that I started connecting to my more feminine side, and after this whole prayer, I feel more like when I connected to him, that masculine, and I don't know if this is right or not, but whatever is right, whatever is wrong, but whenever I started connecting to that masculine, I started to feel like I could be more in my feminine, my more creative side. The creative part of me started coming out because I was able to release a little bit of that masculinity of holding on to everything and like holding the burden and being like holding all of the weight. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it just, that feels like it makes sense. Anywho, I hope that this message resonates at least with one person. And if you can take anything from this, I hope that it is just a try out prayer. Just try it out. It's a humbling feeling to be able to get down on your knees and just pray. It's a vulnerability that feels right. So just give it a shot. I hope you guys have a beautiful day.